Okay, the stream should be live now. I hope it's the correct one. Please let me know in the chat if you can see the correct stream. If we are live as we should be, if you can hear us well. Well, sorry for the little bit of a delay. I've had some technical issues. Now, welcome to today's stream. Wonderful, you can see us now. So, to my left-hand side, Bruno Perinelli, our analyst from Argentina. How are you doing today, Bruno?
I'm excellent, Oliver. Hi, everyone. It's always a pleasure to share with you my thoughts, my views about the financial markets.
And to my right-hand side, Jake Torres. Hello, welcome on the show. How are you doing today?
Yes, doing great. And hello, everyone. Thank you for those who are watching this live streaming. I'm very privileged to share my insights to you guys with regards to what is happening in the financial market.
Thank you, Jake. So, to start us off, Bruno, what were the main events that moved the markets this week?
Well, I would divide the events in two kind of events. First of all, we got the economic events, the CPIs, lower than expected CPIs in the United States and the United Kingdom. And also, on the other hand, we got the central bank's decisions, the not only the Federal Reserve, but also the European Central Bank, the National Swiss Bank, the Bank of England hiked its main interest rate around 50. So those were the events that moved the market this week.
Now, you have mentioned that there was a lot of news events happening this week. We saw the lower than expected CPI in the United States, but the Fed still doesn't feel confident to claim the winning battle against inflation. So how do you think this could affect the United States dollar in the upcoming week?
Well, I think we could expect a bounce in the US dollar as the Fed sounded a little bit more hawkish than what was expected. Because, in my opinion, I was expecting a little bit dovish Federal Reserve, just estimating more, some rate cuts in 2023. Actually, some of the investors are estimating some rate cuts next year, but this could determine some moved up to the US dollar, I think.
Wonderful. I have also noticed that we have had the Bank of England hiking its inflation rate by 50 points. First of all, why did that happen? And how do you think that's going to affect the British pound?
Well, I think most of the hikes were already priced in. We got a big rally in the pound dollar lately. It went from, I think, 106 to 1.23, 1.24. That's a lot in such a short period of time. And now it's correcting. It's getting back down to 1.20, 1.18. I think at the same time, the US dollar is bouncing. So the pound, the cable is getting lower. It's correcting a little bit. So I think that is how we'll move from towards next week, I think.
Do we have any next week coming up, or do we have any news coming up next week that will affect the British pound?
Yeah, that's the PPI in the United Kingdom that's going to be released, I think on Monday or Tuesday. I'm not really sure of that, but that could affect the Great British Pound price.
Wonderful. So now moving towards you, Jake. There has been an initial bullish run in the Euro USD after the European Central Bank has lifted the interest rate by 50 points. Then we saw it get slashed by a rebound in the US dollar. Where do you think the Euro USD might be headed next?
So based on the rate hike from the ECB yesterday, which they hiked by 50 basis points as already widely expected. The aside from that, if you look at the statement from the ECB, it was an overall hawkish statement. I would like to quote on what the ECB says that caused the market to be bullish. They said that the interest rates still have to rise significantly at a steady pace to reach the levels that are sufficiently restricted to ensure a timely return of inflation to 2% and the medium-term target. So, based on the statement, we could say that it's a hawkish. In the medium term, we are expecting for some further upside for the euro. But if we pair it with the US dollar, so that is why the initial reaction from the euro versus the USD was bullish. Buyers came in, and but they dumped their their long position at this level of the around 1.0773. So because it is something tricky because the overall bias or the overall statement also from the Fed on last Wednesday's Fed decision was also hawkish. So that is why the 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 bullish reaction from the market during the ECB's rate hike yesterday was just a short-lived. Now we are not expecting some a medium-term bullish for the Euro USD at the moment because they are both based on their recent data. They are both hawkish. Okay, but if we're going to trade long with the euro at the moment, I would like to pair it with the pound because
So, Jake,
yesterday,
then
yes,
which currencies do currently appear to be stronger? We've had the round of central banks decisions. We saw the interest rates being raised. So which currencies do benefit from that, and which currencies are getting stronger, and how can that actually translate into trades for our traders? They're curious about what pairs they should be looking for this week, and what should they be looking for in those pairs? So what are your thoughts on that?
based on the data that there's a lot of data that we have this week, and on my personal point of view, I would like to focus more on the euro. I am long with the euro and short with the pound. So I will buy the euro, sell the pound. So that is the opportunity, the best opportunity that I saw based on the data that was released yesterday. And I'm expecting that for the euro to be more, to be stronger in the incoming weeks. So that is a swing trade opportunity for me. That is how I look the euro GBP at the moment.
Okay, thank you. And Bruno, what are the biggest opportunities that you see in the markets in the upcoming week? Do you agree with the fact what Jake said? And do you have any other pairs that our traders should be especially looking for or should pay extra attention to?
Yeah, I agree with what Jake said about the euro. I think the euro is getting stronger, and actually the euro dollar crossed an important trend line from 17-month drop, and now it's pulling back to it, and it's probably heading up to 1.09, and the Great British pound's getting a little bit weaker, so that could be a good play to go long the euro or short the pound for next week or probably for the next weeks. So those could be the good plays.
Okay, thank you. And last but not least, you've mentioned the CPI numbers. What are the most important events, or are there any times when traders, or I'm asking specifically about times or days, or specific events which traders should be careful for, and what would you recommend during those events?
Well, on Monday we have the PPI. I just confirmed it and just looked it up on the internet. The PPI in the United Kingdom, the Producers Price Index, and that could affect the Great British Pound. And on Friday, the Personal Consumer Expenditures Index will be released, which is a broader price index than the CPI. That's the one the Fed is following. That's, I think, the most important price index. So we have to just pay attention to those numbers, and I would stay away from the markets before the numbers are released, because we could expect some volatility that can affect our accounts.
Thank you, Bruno. Thank you, Jake. Thank you both for today's edition and informing our traders about what are the most important events of this week. Now, just for those of you who are watching, if you like the information that Bruno and Jake are sharing, their reviews, and you're interested to see more, at the moment, they are the mentors in our Elite Package program. They do a daily live stream where you can see their thoughts not just once a week, but every single day you'll be able to interact with them. And something that you can be looking forward to soon, we hope to bring these daily live streams to you for a much lower price without the rest of the Elite Package, so you have something to look forward to there. And I think that's gonna wrap it up for this week. Don't forget to check out the Elite page if you're interested. And thank you, Bruno, for being here with me today.
Thank you, Oliver. Thank you, Jake.
And thank you, Jake. And to all of our viewers, have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you're bored, check out other videos on our channel. Have a great one.